everybody. Welcome to Tagging with Egypt, and today we have a very special guest for you. All the way from Beverly Hills, California, our guest today, original GLOW Girl Ashley Cartier. Ashley, are you there?
Hi, Egypt. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. You're my special guest today, and one of the things that I have that's come to me over the years of being on Facebook and Twitter and following you is that there's a lot of questions that people have about what your experience was like in GLOW. And if you could just take a minute and kind of give us the backstory of how you got involved in GLOW, and originally you were a cheerleader, and kind of start from that.
Okay, originally I was an actress, and my agent sent me on a call. It was supposed to be a television show that was going to be shown nationwide, and it was to film a pilot. And I interviewed with David McLean, and he hired me immediately. And once he found out that I was a cheerleader, I believe at the time I was cheering for the USFL, for the LA Express. And he said, I bet you have a bunch of cheerleader friends that would love to do this, because he wanted to find girls that were attractive, that were used to being in front of the camera, that kind of thing. So then I was a little apprehensive once he told me that I had to learn how to wrestle. That was huge to me. I was like, I'm a dancer, not a fighter. I just don't know if I can do this. And he said that we would have proper training with Mondo, and we would get paid, and we would be under contract, etc. So nonetheless, I convinced Lisa Moretti, which was later Tina with GLOW, and then I convinced also Jungle Woman, which was Annette Mariquin. So then we went on from there, and we trained with Mondo, and then went to Las Vegas to shoot the pilot.
So Jungle Woman, Annette, and Lisa, who was Tina Ferrari, your tag team partner, were they pretty receptive, or did they give you any grief about going to this audition?
Well, you have to realize we were about, I don't know, like 22 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, at that age, you're not high on your funds, and you to make I think it was $75 a night or something silly that we were like way laughing at. We're like, that's great money. And you have to understand, I can remember, I laugh at it so much, is that Lisa and I, at that point, we would go to the movies, and we would, kind of bicker over who was going to get in the trunk, so we didn't have to pay for 2 movie entry passes instead of 1. If we pay for one's in the trunk, we can pay for 1 instead of 2.
Right.
So that broke. So, to get $75 a night dangled in front of your face, and I really can't remember how many nights we trained, but I think it was about at least 2 to 3. It was pretty appealing in that aspect. So I guess money ruled, and the 3 of us did it.
Oh my gosh, how fun. Now you and Tina went on to room together at the Riviera. You were close before GLOW, and did you find yourself bickering at all, or did you guys just really get along?
No, I don't remember us fighting at all. I mean, we were in a hotel room, so a standard hotel room. Both of us were living there, so all of our belongings, I think I had a storage in LA, but other than that, it's pretty much a lot of stuff in one little room, and then 2 beings walking around cohabitating. And we were very, very fortunate that we got along. We had a great time. It brings back such great memories, that whole thing. I don't have any ill feelings towards our relationship, living together or anything. It's probably like we're sisters or something,
Okay, so at the Riviera Hotel, a lot of girls were sharing rooms. Was there anyone that you and Lisa would sneak off and hang out with?
Well, we weren't supposed to hang out with the bad guys, and back then they didn't call them we didn't call them heels and baby faces. We called them bad girls and good girls. So we weren't allowed to be seen in public with the bad girls, and we weren't allowed to hang out with them, but we did sneak over to Chainsaw and Spike's room all the time. They were either at our room or we were at their room, and we were playing tennis in the hallway, and we were doing things, playing board games, just being silly. And the funny thing is that the people now our surroundings are all involved with alcohol and drugs and things like that. And it was really funny. I look back and I'm like, we didn't drink a whole lot. We didn't. None of the four of us did drugs. We just had good, silly fun. You know, none of this. I've got to take pills or I've got to be high and it's just, it amazes me now that our society, the children are so into doing that.
Yeah.
And it's really alarming to me. So it's a good thing that I look back and think that we were just having real wholesome fun.
So talking about children today, after you left GLOW, you went on and had 2 children, right?
Right. I have 2 boys, and they are 15 and 21. I have a senior at the University of Iowa, and I have a sophomore in high school. So he's a drive now. That's fun stuff.
Just a few more years and then you're going to be free.
Yeah, I know. I guess this 21-year-old, you're really never free.
Right. Well, you know what? Speaking of free, I want to ask you a couple questions because, you know, you're a beautiful single woman. And if you haven't been asked these questions before, I'm sure people are dying to hear the answers. I'm just going to throw a couple questions at you and you kind of just fill in the gaps.
Okay.
Currently, you're single.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of guy do you fall for?
Well, obviously, because I'm single, I'm probably falling for the wrong kind of guys, but my typical is like first you have a physical attraction. And, you know, I always used to tell my girlfriends that I like a guy that I can't beat up. And if it's like, well, that's one prerequisite, and then the other one is that he can't have a smaller butt than mine. So those 2 are first, which is out there. But, you know, I like to look at my partner and go, gosh, you're easy on the eyes kind of thing. But then they have to have a quick wit and understand me and love me. And, you know, there's so many other things. And, you know, they have to believe in God and just lead good lives. So it's kind of difficult. But I'm not really, you know, I'm at the stage where I've been through, you know, 2 marriages and I don't see myself ever married again. I just want to enjoy life and live for me.
Wow, congratulations. Wow, I respect that. I think that's really awesome, Ashley, and kudos to you for being the strong, independent woman that you are. There's no secret that I don't think you could be a GLOW girl without being a strong, independent woman. Am I right? So we get an idea of what type of guy you like. Is there anything that a certain gesture that a guy can make towards you that you just find extremely romantic or sexy?
Oh, a gesture or something. No, that was another thing. They have to have a really nice smile. It's horrible to say. It's like I say this and it's like, why am I so superficial? And I don't know. It's horrible. But I really believe that anyone can be beautiful. It's the whole package. It's like how you carry yourself, how you dress, and guys, it's much easier because they don't have to do a lot. But, you know, have a trendy haircut. Have clothes that are in style. You know, don't hold on to that stuff you had 30 years ago and wait for it to come back and wear it in the meantime. You know, that kind of stuff is just kind of a turn off. But, you know, that's probably why I'll be alone and I'll be happy.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, Ashley, would you be opposed to doing a manscaping on somebody?
Oh, me doing a manscaping?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of manscaping are you talking about?
Not that kind of manscaping.
Okay, because from the waist down was when I relate that word to manscaping, and I'm like, I don't really go there. No.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Like a man overdue? I mean, like a makeover on a man? Is that what you mean?
A man makeover, yes.
There we go. Yes, I get that. Okay, I have such a trashy mind. Sorry.
Actually, I have to tell you, I have a lot of respect for what you've done after GLOW. I mean, you went on to have an incredible business career, and you're entrepreneurial. You're off to a new business now, which I'm a huge fan of. I'd like to talk about that for just a second. You have created one of my favorite pieces in my bedroom, an earring go round. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, I read a book on entrepreneurship, and it said you have to find a solution to a common problem, and that's where you're going to find yourself successful as an entrepreneur. So in my everyday life, I was supposed to look around and think, okay, this is a problem, let me fix it, or this is a problem. So the main problem was earrings. I could never find them. I loved to accessorize. I have to do it quickly because I tend to be late, and that's the last thing you do before you walk out the door. And I think it's the final touch, and it's really important. So instead of having your earrings and your rings, everything all over the place, I have the things that I wear mostly on my earring go round. I've created a spinning, like a display that you would see at a store. And I've created it so it's small. It's a tabletop piece, and that it's about 13 inches high, and it spins. It's about 6 to 8 inches wide, depending on the size you order. And it will last you a lifetime. It's durable. It works well. You can see all of your jewelry at a glance. You can take it off, put it back on the stand. So this is where I came out with Earring Go Round. And it also holds, you know, like I said, you can put some necklaces on it and bangles and things like that. So it holds a small amount of other things, but mainly it's for earrings. And it's been my solution to that problem of mine, and it's doing really well. Every year we're growing in sales. I'm only online right now. I did just accomplish an account with Sears, so I'm on Sears.com.
I have to tell you, I use mine all the time. It's the first time I've actually been able to see what I have as far as accessories. You know, I'm able to look at it and go, oh, I have those pieces. I can change them intermittently, and it's really wonderful. I really like it. So for those of you who are interested in having a little Ashley Cartier in your house, I'm going to post the website and all the information to that.
Well, thank
Ashley,
you.
it was so wonderful talking to you, my sister.
Yes, I know. We're all long distance. It's crazy.
Yeah, and
I don't get to see, well, once a year in Las Vegas, which is awesome. I truly treasure those times. And I get to see you for sure once a year, so that's awesome.
And you know what? I follow you on Twitter, Ashley. You have the best tweets, and one you tweeted something about a month or so ago. You went to go visit Lisa in the Pacific Northwest, where she lives, and you tweeted a photo of you two, and it brought tears to my eyes because 20 years had gone by, you know, and you guys were able to reconnect again. It was so heartfelt. I just wanted to tell you that, you know, it just meant a lot to me to see that.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good time while I was there, but then you go, gosh, I want to see her every day. And once again, we have the distance thing, and our lives are busy, and, you know, and so I guess we have to cherish the short amount of time that we can spend with each other and take those great photos so that we have the memories, you know, just right there. And it's amazing how we don't change. It's just back into little girlville together. I mean, it was just, we're running around with dogs. She works with dogs, and we just had a blast. Just being silly, and we still like the same things. It's kind of strange, but a good kind of strange, you know. I really had a great time.
It is, and you know, it was great seeing you. I'm glad that you participate in the Cauliflower Alley Club. That's a reunion that we go to every year. So for fans who were interested in connecting with the GLOW Girls, that's probably where you're going to see the majority of them. And Ashley, the first time you went, do you remember you had a fan that you surprised? I have a picture of it. I'm going to post it on this interview, but he did not know you were there. Tell that story real quick.
Oh, that's hilarious. I was on Facebook, and I get a private message from a girl who says that her boyfriend watched me with GLOW. Back in the day, he was probably 10 years old, and he went to every show, and he was my biggest fan, and his name is Cody. Do I remember him? Oh my gosh, I have thought about Cody a million times between the time we filmed GLOW and now. That little boy would dress in a dress shirt and dress pants, and he would hold an Ashley sign, and I love you, Ashley, and he was always in the front row with his mother. And I even had called him at home once to say how he still remembers that now, that was like one of the biggest, you know, wonderful moments in his life, and it was just so cool. So anyway, I get a hold of his girlfriend, Adriana, and I say, listen, I'm going to Las Vegas, which is where they're at. Let's surprise him. So she and I coordinate. He's walking up. We're texting, you know, okay, we're going up the escalator now. Well, when he reached the top of the escalator, there I was in Ashley garb from being in the nostalgia room for the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion. And I'm at the top of the escalator, and I just started screaming and going, Cody, Cody! And his eyes, I swear, this little boy is now a 35-year-old man, and his eyes were filled with tears. He is the sweetest man, and even now I go back and when I go to Vegas, I always meet he and his girlfriend, you know, just for a cup of coffee or something, and we always touch base, and they're really awesome, and I'm glad that I could do that in his life to bring him such joy as a little boy. And that's really what I got into GLOW for, because it was presented to me as a children's show. It wasn't kind of well, we had it as kind of half and half. We had two audiences really, you know,
Yeah.
but I really was brought in by the children's show concept.
Yeah. Well, I was there. I was so happy for Cody. He was so surprised. It was such a it was a heartfelt moment. And I have to tell you, you know, I watch you on Facebook, I follow your tweets, and you really interact with your fan base. So for those of you who haven't followed you yet or haven't connected with you on Facebook, if you want to see and participate with Ashley, do it. Here's all the information that you need. I'm going to be posting it throughout this interview. And Ashley, thank you again for your time. You were wonderful, and I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, sis. All of our GLOW sisters, and I hope we get a chance to see more of one another, because we really are sisters.
Yes, we are. Okay, I'll talk to you real soon, off camera too.
All right.
Okay.